Story behind the car. This car was drug out of a barn, sat in a barn for 44.5 years. The owner of the car backed it in, got out of the car, left the driver's side door open, walked around to the back of the car, and passed away of a heart attack, unfortunately. And his wife closed the garage door and never looked back. So for 44.5 years, this car sat untouched in the barn with the driver's side door still open. Unfortunately, the garage barn started leaking after a while, started literally collapsing on top of the car. That's where the owner here that we got buying it from, that's where he found it. He had to dig it out from inside the barn. But today's goal, get this car running and driving from this spot and drive it home. Here we are again. Bought ourselves another peach. Actually, a pretty awesome peach.
It's
I like it.
sweet.
It's a 1968. It was driven for 10 years.
Yep.
Parked in 1978.
Yep.
That's the year I was born. 46 years ago.
It's incredible.
From what I understand, the gentleman that we're getting the car from, he got it out of the barn and then he brought it here 2 years ago.
Yep.
Tried working on it a little bit, getting it running. He said the engine cranks over.
Yep.
But couldn't get started. So legitimately has not been running and
Since
started
78.
since 1978.
That's insane.
So we are planning on getting it running, driving, and driving it
Home.
home. I don't know how many hours it's gonna take us. It's like 150 miles.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
We don't make it.
That'd be pretty bad. That'd be fine.
I could think of worse things.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it is hot. Again, we're working in the
Yeah,
hot.
you can't even hardly touch the car
Yeah,
because it's just
ridiculous.
hot.
Yeah, we're sweaty. I know one of you guys said about getting white, shirts or getting rid of these black shirts or something like that. But the white shirt all wet, I don't want to make you guys all jealous.
Wow.
That wouldn't be any good. Anyway, we'll take you around and show you what's going on.
Yep.
We haven't seen it yet either. We bought it sight unseen.
Yep.
Got here and we said, oh, look, a belt.
Yep.
And I see there's no belts on it.
Yep.
This could be fun putting it back together.
Yeah. All right, so the hood does not go down. It's actually already kinking there a little bit. It does not go down. The hinges are seized.
Well, the one is.
Yeah, the one hinge over there is seized. That one I think is missing the spring completely. So that we're gonna have to work at, try to get that down. Probably should get it soaking here pretty soon. All right, whew, we are missing things. I mean, they're kind of all here, right?
Well, I don't.
Yep.
Bracket. What is this? AC that's been deleted?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Missing the radiator cap. We have a random pulley just sitting here, which doesn't look completely shot.
For the water pump.
Got random sockets hanging around. Spark plugs are out. That's not a great sign.
This side's in.
That one's in. I just see 3 sitting here.
Keep those because we're gonna need them. Yeah. Oh, they're champions. Whoa. How's that carburetor doing?
Ooh, we do have movement.
The guy said a couple years ago when he was working at it, he sprayed this thing all up.
You can see it's all oily.
Yeah.
Someone did spray it, which
Got
is
the carburetor moving, which is huge.
a beautiful thing.
He said the engine moves too, so.
That's awesome. Have a look-see-do down there. Doesn't smell great. Can't see squat.
Look at this. Got a starter button. Ooh, that is a quality starter button.
That is high quality. It's like a dinky little, oh hey, another belt.
Okay, making
That's
progress.
two for
9/16 wrench.
Yeah. So what, he said this was crunchy? Otherwise, no, it doesn't turn them all.
Oh, good. Okay, that's gonna need to be addressed.
Yeah.
Crunchy
Water
doesn't
pump.
move.
Probably was crunchy at one point. Now it's just no movie. Okay, and we do have a brake master cylinder there existing. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, no, spark plugs are in. Spark plugs are in. Those just replaced. Yeah, no, just turn. Yeah, we have all the spark plugs on this side.
Look at this. You got a transmission dipstick and an oil dipstick all right next to each other. Usually they're back there. There's a surprise with this car. These Oldsmobile Torenados, it actually has fluid in it.
Yeah, it looks
How's
pretty
smell?
good. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. The transmission is right down there, underneath the engine. Well, there's a random spark plug sitting down there, jammed in the differential.
Nice.
Yeah, this thing is actually front-wheel drive. 1968 Oldsmobile Toronado.
That's amazing.
455, making, if it's a base model, which we'll find that out, or assuming it is, making 375
Yep.
horsepower.
Yep.
And 510 pound-feet of torque. That's pretty awesome.
So
With a front-wheel drive with Jeep wheels on it.
we could do front-wheel drive burnouts.
That's terrible.
With
Factory
Jeep
wheels
rims.
on the ground.
Yeah.
How's it oil?
It's got oil. It actually
It's got
looks
oil.
pretty good. Oddly enough.
Whoa, that looks really good.
Yeah, that's weird. How does it smell? Smells like oil. Smells like it's been sitting for a long, long, long.
Does it have any brake fluid in it?
I don't want to.
I hate brakes. I mean, I like it when they
hate
work.
brakes?
I like it when they work. But, as one wise old guy told me, brakes are just for people who don't know how to plan ahead.
Yes. I should probably have a pry bar for this. Ooh, we have brake fluid in both.
That's pretty
I
awesome.
don't know how good it is anymore, but
We're going to find out if it actually moves. This thing was a factory AC car. It's a bummer. Maybe we'll find the compressor in the back somewhere.
we might. I'm gonna get the spark plug out of here
Out of differential.
before it gets jammed in. That's the fourth one.
Got the quadra-junk carburetor. That's pretty neat.
Quadrant junk. Should we go on the inside?
Absolutely.
So I don't know what's going on here. Looks like someone shot it very consistently with a 22. But no, I think it was like, was that pop rivets or something that fell out?
Or
Or
pull the dent out.
oh, probably, yeah, drilled holes try to pull the dent out. Met path.
Ooh, the door opens.
Ooh, boy. Looks like we get,
Okay.
someone was munching. Lots of munchies.
Someone had the munchies in here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, there's a drill bit set. I'm not sure that's a great sign. Steering wheel, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, this thing had the power windows, so it's not the base.
Okay.
It's not base model. They made, well, let me turn you around. There I is. I'm all sweaty and hot
Same.
already. Anyway, they made the base model, which from what I understand came through with no power windows, power locks, power seats, or anything like that in 1968. To have that option is pretty awesome. But the base model, and then they had the regular custom model, they called it, which is most likely what this is. And in the custom model, you had the power windows, power locks, still the 455 engine in it. And then they made a W34 package. I may be wrong on the number on that. It's kind of like the GT of cars today. I'll make sure on the number of the W34 thing and let you know, or just put it in. I'll write it down there somewhere.
In here. Oh, here?
Over there. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, that'd be great too, by the way. That's going to be, I think, down there. Maybe.
And check out our merchandise. If
Yes.
you want to have a black shirt on a hot day, it hits different.
And you, and you don't want to make everybody jealous, then you wear black. We're
Yeah.
good. Okay. Anyway, the other package, the W34 package, if I'm saying that right, I feel like that's not right, but maybe. They have 400 foot-pounds of torque. No, 400 horse. They have 400 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque in that one.
Yeah.
But we can tell by looking at the transmission. There's a couple other telltales, but those are hard to find.
Tall tales.
Tall tales. Okay, so let me get back to this interior. Okay, we've got this. I believe was a 1 year only roll speedometer. This thing rolls. Yeah.
What?
That's pretty neat. 1968, the only year for that, from what I understand. Of course, we have a nice Oldsmobile steering wheel.
Carburetor, original carburetor in the back.
Carburetor back?
Yeah.
Rear differential. No, rear defrost, not differential. Got lights. I don't.
Yeah. No, knobs don't really knob anymore.
I think that's dimmers, but wiper stuff, those don't do anything. Ooh, that doesn't move.
Do we have a key? Oh.
Gonna go with, that's where the drill bits were in here.
Oh
So
my.
that's all been drilled out. That looks nasty. Somebody's in there crunchy munching on it. Okay, well, that's gonna be fun. So apparently no key. But look at this floor. There's no hump. No hump in the center of this floor. It just goes clear across, flat floor, because it's front wheel drive. Not sure what I think about that yet.
Yeah, it looks a little weird.
But man, I like the car.
It is pretty sweet.
Awesome car.
So I keep wondering, what does this button do? Is that ejectocito button?
Ejectocito Lino Fronto. Lino El No Porco.
You gotta give it a good old. That's an L negative O.
Okay. Oh, there's the carburetor in the back.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Look at this back seat of this thing. Is that a speaker right in the middle? Look, this thing has floors. They're solid. Actually. Well, mostly. A lot better than that Spitfire we just drove home from Missouri.
I guess there's carpet. What's in the trunk? Or should we check out the back end of the car?
Check out the rear end.
Well, we have some lights left.
I like this.
That's
Those
pretty
lights look
sweet.
neat.
It's like a,
Part of the bumper lights thing.
what's this?
Fuel tank, probably.
What? I got it. Smells like a pile of crap.
Actually, the interior of the car didn't smell bad. It smelled like an old car, but
Yeah.
not bad.
See if there's any Jimmy Hoffa's in here.
Ooh. Wow, that was like waking somebody up from the dead.
Got a spare tire.
A very
And we-
bald spare tire.
I have a very complete trunk,
Yeah.
actually. Whew, this has not been touched in
No, it
a
hasn't.
long time. No, that's all. I mean,
It's all solid.
it's there.
There's some holes right there.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, gentle. Using that.
we'll be using that.
Okay. Well, there's not much going on in the trunk, but yeah, I like it. So this car was driven for 10 years and then parked in that barn for the past 46 years.
Yep.
So let's get at it. See what all's locked up, what's not locked up. We have no idea. Oh, do you want to try the brake pedal, the throttle
Oh
pedal?
yeah. All right.
Throttle.
It just all goes all the way down to the floor.
What do we got going on up here with that? Try it again. Oh, it's all disconnected. Okay.
Okay, brakes. Rock hard.
So,
Rock hard.
okay. Master cylinders locked it up.
Shocker. I mean,
Yes.
I got to go down a smidgen, but
No. Okay. All right, so we're gonna have to, first thing, see if we can get a ratchet on that crank and see if we can get it to turn.
turn over a little bit. Yeah.
Yep, he says it did, but that was years ago. What is that? Looks like a distributor hold down
Oh, that's not a great sign.
hanging around.
Huh?
Distributor is
Get a socket for that a while.
not turning. It's gonna be fun. What are you thinking?
Well, we got the ratchet on here. We're about to see if this engine actually.
Please, just crank over.
Ooh,
It does.
it does. It does go a complete rotation. Oh, this is a beautiful
Oh,
sign.
it's so nice.
I like it.
Nice. It's that original turquoise 455 color. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's a complete rotation.
It is. There's a little clacky
There's
clack
some-
going
some
on in the
clacks.
valve covers there, but hopefully they'll come back around. Okay, that's amazing. That's huge right there.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what we should start doing?
Start praying.
Yes. We should see if we can get some ignitionage
Yeah.
somehow.
So obviously, just jamming a drill bit into the ignition is not going to help.
I don't
anything.
think so unless you did get it to turn, we should get a screwdriver in there and find out.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
see.
So someone was working at that. So we're going to continue
to
to
work
rig.
at it.
Yes.
Rig.
Oh wait, hey. Starting fluid.
What is this?
Lubricant, never mind.
What the world? Okay.
Oh.
Look at this. This is a fuel line going to the fuel pump.
Ooh.
Okay, somebody really tried working at this. That's
Yeah.
concerning.
It is.
Okay, well, hey. Haha.
Yeah, but they were not
Plot
us.
thickens. They were not us.
We are us.
They were not us.
And we are not them either. So we're gonna get it running. That's why.
Yes. Okay, let's do it.
Right on my brand new sunglasses. Let's create my noggin on that little corner.
So we're gonna hook the battery up. That terminal is perfect.
No complete.
No sparks.
Okay.
The ignition switch is unplugged, just hanging there. And so we're gonna start sending power to stuff and see if we can get some juice out here of the ignition coil. Is this, just for dumbness sake, is this actually
going to work?
What is this?
Oh, you probably have to connect it to the ground, or
does it go?
Yeah, there's a clamp.
Oh,
I guess
yeah,
that's
okay.
positive, negative.
Typically not. Should
Really?
go to the positive.
Well,
Ooh, oh, okay. This button, cheapo little button.
actually working?
What? What? Okay, the clacking took care of itself. That's nice.
It did. It clacked like 2 times. And
Yeah, a valve that was stuck. This thing cranks.
the crank's good.
This, don't know how long it was sitting here, but okay, we obviously have some exhaust that's not hooked up. I can hear it go, which is probably that stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Is it rotted off or is it just knocked off? Well, that's just disconnected.
Oh, sweet.
We might be able to hook that back up. That'd be a long ride home without exhaust.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, so let's start sending some power to see if we can get some of that coil. So we were trying to get this ignitions working here with the, we just have it unplugged. I'm not getting power to any of these. And then I look over here and I've just got cuttage and cuttage. I don't know what kind of wires these are though. Hopefully just temperature control maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Why would you cut them? I don't know. But we're not getting power to any of these for this ignition switch. Concerning. So we're going to do the right thing and put power directly to the coil and go from there.
All right, so we have our high-tech power wire going right to the distributor wire. That's going to check points.
Power at the coil on this side.
Yeah.
So we're going to, wow, that's, oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if those points are working, which would be a miracle, then the light will blink on and off bloop, 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 as we crank it.
Dad's going to use his starter button again.
Yes, it goes right here. Got no crankage.
We got good crankage.
I mean, sorry, no sparky.
Which is actually a good sign.
It's fine.
It's fine. We'll fix that.
It cranks a little weird. It's like ring, 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 ring. Listen to that. It means there's compression low on one cylinder. But with the valves being stuck, listen. Hear that lobe?
Yeah. Sounds like a low budget helicopter.
All right, so let's take this distributor cap off and file some points.
Yep. All right, so
See this?
what do we got going on?
I'm filing the points down. You notice this? Okay, remember before we talked about replacing points or just getting a better Leatherman? I got a better Leatherman. It's a snap-on one.
Wow.
It has a file on it.
Wow.
So you don't need to replace points anymore if you just get a better Leatherman.
Yeah.
File the points down.
See what we got.
Hopefully it pulls it down to ground. Watch and behold. Points working. That's amazing.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Okay, so now we need to check and see if we actually have sparkles coming out of the coil. I know there's a way of testing these coils and all that stuff, but here's my way of testing the coil.
Hold on to it. See if you get zapped.
Well, that would do it. You put it down somewhere where it's not quite touching. Look at that. Can you see that on there?
I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. Do it again.
All right, guys, watch this. That's
a beautiful
This thing's gonna run soon.
She's a runner. She's going to run. Has no choice. Sitting since 78 and just a little bit of love tapping around. I think she's gonna run. Now, again, we have random fuel hose. Someone had tried to get this thing running. So we're gonna see what happens. No idea if that gas tank is gonna be any sort of useful. That's probably not a good sign.
So we're gonna try fuel.
Yeah.
Why not? Dump it down that little.
This time over here, right?
Yep, that'll fill the bowl.
Very
Gingerly. It's not iced tea, by the way. It's transmission fluid and gasoline mix. Lubricate things up a bit down there. I know a lot of you guys have given pieces of advice not spraying carb cleaner down there. I get it. If we don't get it running, then it dries everything out. I get that.
okay. That's full.
Okay.
Plus extras.
Do we have no throttle pump squirterage? But hey, as you put some down here,
But yeah, there's some spilt.
Okay, go ahead and push that button.
Ready?
Yep. Ooh, it poofed.
She did spit. We have no idea if our firing order's right.
Here, suck that down in there a while. All right, go ahead.
Might have to give her a little bit extra.
Ooh, we got fire rage coming out from behind there with exhaust isn't hooked up.
Nice.
Lots of weeds too, or leaves, so that's
Not
great.
a good sign.
Okay, let's check our firing order.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be poofing like
No.
that. So we did some research with brother Google.
Yep.
Consulted him, and he said that it's the same firing order as any other small block Chevy, and this is a big block 455 Oldsmobile. 1-843-6572. So if you didn't understand, it's 1-843-6572, and we're not sure which way this is rotating, so instead of pulling this back off, we just watched a previous video, and this is rotating counterclockwise. Cylinder number 1 is, if you look at an engine, well, you can't see it real good, but there's always going to be one side that's going to be offset. So one side's going to be set back further than the other. And so in this case, this passenger side is set back a little further than the driver's side. The one that's set far front is cylinder number 1. And the reason we can tell is because of the way it is. Yes. It's also marked. But if you don't have any markings, that's how you know. The one front is always cylinder number 1. So we start here, trace it back, 1-843-6572. Update, we're gonna try it again. The firing order was way off. 1-843-6572, I don't know what it was, like 1, 3, 6, 8, 9, 2. I think there was a 9 in there. Anyways, way off.
It went up.
Just put some down in the throttle too.
Oh, a lot went down everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, that's a lot.
Plenty.
What do we do about leaves?
Light them on fire.
All right.
Okay. Got a fire extinguisher somewhere around here?
Yep.
Oh, okay, right there.
How do you use that thing?
We don't know. We never actually caught anything on fire till today. No, we just unplugged the wire here quick from the coil to shut it off. All right, well, here goes everything. That worked nice. That's working great.
Why?
Feeling really...
Yes?
We'll be back. I think our Harbor Freight starter button, or wherever this thing came from. Oh, no, we pulled out.
Oh,
Not good.
Shoot.
So Ben decided he's gonna try to rake some of these leaves out from under the car so we don't let them all on fire. And I got my starter button hooked back up again.
All right,
quality.
Let's try it again.
Do we still have spark?
That's a good question.
Got spark.
Scare you much?
It zapped me.
It did?
Yeah, I have my hand on the coil wire. It's not a great sign.
No. She wants to. She wants to.
Yes, it does. We got smokage. Let's clean some more of these leaves out right here.
We really don't want to catch this thing on fire. It's not what we came here for.
No, that'd be a bummer.
Yeah, come out. Well, we didn't drive the car home. Why? Because it burnt. Like all this crap. I mean, you can see it's been sitting.
Okay, where's that fuel get to?
I found a piece under some leaves.
What is it?
I think it's for the
horn.
That was a complete random guess.
It looks like it goes there.
Yeah. All right, put some more gas in there and give her another shot.
Woo, that was plenty.
Put a lot of gas in there. We'll give it another shot.
She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. And yes, I know most of you guys would have pulled the spark plugs out and dumped a bunch of stuff down the cylinders, but there's a lot of spark plugs on this thing. There's 8 of them.
I ain't doing that.
You know we got time for that.
She wants to.
Gotta let that starter cool down a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Smoke.
Maybe we have to pull spark plugs out. They might be all gapped wrong and stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have more action with them hooked up wrong.
Yeah. It was backfiring and coming out where it wasn't supposed to, but we did have more action that way.
Yeah. She wants to.
So close.
Should try a little bit of carburetor choke cleaner.
Do I have any? Carb cleaner. So close.
It's so close. It is extremely close to one in the run.
It's running on like 2 or 3 cylinders once in a while.
Yeah?
Neat thing is the water pump's freed up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, see, look at this. Here we go. That sounds amazing.
That sounds like birds in the morning. Yeah, let's not.
We've got issues.
Okay.
That's our issues.
That's our issues. Sparky is not 100% sparking.
But I'm about guaranteeing our coil is. I wonder if inside the distributor needs to be cleaned up or something. Yeah, that's sparking great.
Okay. So it's something inside of the distributor.
The maybe the tabs in there or something.
Yeah, it might be a little bit corroded.
Yeah, because I never actually looked in there.
Look.
All right, update. Yeah, it wants to run, but not quite because the we believe the distributor cap itself is like sending spark kind of wherever it wants to in there. We took it apart and we can't clean it up any more than what it is. So I think we're going to need a distributor cap for it because we're getting it into the center. I'll show you.
I'm guessing they would have one in stock.
Hopefully. We're getting it into here from the coil. Good solid spark. And it's intermittently coming out of all these spark plug wires, like almost never actually. So that's our issue. And then you look inside and it looks like black spider webs all through there. So I'm assuming that means that the distributor cap is bad, hopefully. So we'll get a cap and rotor and hopefully somebody has it in stock. So we're gonna get this car unloaded. This is that Spitfire that we drove clear from Missouri. That was a long ride. So we're trading this car straight up for the Oldsmobile.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I actually really like the Oldsmobile. That little Spitfire was a lot of fun too. Probably would have kept it, but we needed the money for something else. Otherwise known as trading straight up. All right, update. There goes Ben. He's running to auto parts store, which is just down the road, 5 minutes away, which is nice. We found the problem. This ignition rotor for inside the distributor cap is supposed to have another tab on the top of it that's supposed to stick out further. I got here. And so right now, it's just kind of, you know, coming in here and just kind of heading here and just spraying and praying. Just like that. So, yeah, we dug through the car, couldn't find one. There's a big mouse nest, you know, inside the glove box. So that's pretty awesome. And found those on the floor. Hopefully, I really hope that he bought a new lock cylinder and it's just down here somewhere instead of drilling the lock cylinder out and the keys are just on the floor. But hey, we'll see, hopefully. Guys back.
Yeah, we've got a rotor.
Success. Here's the old one.
Yeah. Distributor rotor.
New one he stuck on.
You can see the difference here. See these tabs?
Yeah. Lots of weird light issues.
Anyways, no tab. And this guy here, we got a tab.
I'm sorry, there's the light. Okay, see, look. Broken, not broken.
Yeah.
Good.
So now, instead of the spark going, I should go. Got all that?
I'm working on wiring down here, see if we can get some wires hooked back up on the inside of the car. They were all just, and melted off and stuff like that.
And melted off.
And melted, it was pretty neat.
That's bonus.
I'm a little concerned about the meltage part, but hey, we're working on it. Ooh, that tire's flat. Just now noticed that.
Just now?
Yeah. Here we go.
Let's see what she does now with the new rotor. a lot more happy about life.
Yeah, it's blowing all kinds of mouse house stuff out of the exhaust pipe.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. All kinds of smoky stuff.
Here we go.
I didn't dump a lot down everything else.
I just did.
Yeah, I just did. All right, let's see what we got now. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
She's thirsty.
Make people upset.
We need the truck again.
Getting tired.
All right, got some more go-go juice going up to the battery. Got lots of it in the carburetor. Gas, that is. Something came disconnected.
I was trying to lock up once in a while. That's not a great sign. I got a haircut.
That blew a little bit of everything out. That's not sounding great.
She's alive.
He is alive.
I think he's got too much fuel in there right now.
Yeah. Locking it up. Yeah, buddy. Are we burning anything down yet back here?
Not yet.
Bunch of smoke, but I don't see any leaves crackling and popping. Starter's not happy about life.
I think we used all our fuel up, or blew it back out, one of the two.
Probably hook up a clicky clack here, see if the
True. See if the carburetor is doing anything.
see if the carburetor is doing anything at all.
Let's try to give a little more. Okay. It'll run. It'll run. It's not happy right now, but it'll run.
Yeah. It's definitely
Let's
not
get
happy.
that starter a break.
Should we hook up, get a clicky clack going in here?
Yeah. Should get some fuel going to that carburetor. See if
Yeah.
that thing's doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Try the carb cleaner.
It doesn't like it. I'm almost out of this stuff.
Okay, well, it runs
She's a runner.
on about 3 cylinders.
Yeah. Well, 3 are better than 2.
Okay. Hey, it's alive. That makes me happy. We woke all the neighbors up too.
Yep.
All right, well, we have 2 extra carburetors in the back seat, but neither one of them fit this car. Both Webers.
Yep.
Anyway, and so I guess we're gonna take the top of this Quadrajet off and see what we can see.
Looks like all the fuel, when we hook up the clacky clack, it just goes dump right down the intake.
Everything's stuck in there.
Yeah, nothing's working.
Yeah, well, hey, it's alive though. I'm happy.
All right, guys. Well, we are doing a giveaway.
While we're soaking wet.
Yeah, while we're soaking wet, we're just gonna do a giveaway randomly for you. It's a $100 Amazon gift card.
Absolutely. And all you have to do to enter to win is just hit that subscribe button. I think it's down there. Hit that subscribe button, then head on over to Facebook and just type in Rugged Wrench and follow us on Facebook. And we'll be communicating with you all through Facebook. And when does it end? Or when did we give it away?
August 8th.
Nah. Week earlier.
August 12th?
First.
I thought you said the 8th.
No. Anyway, on August
1st.
we're giving $100 away. Make sure you subscribe, follow us on Facebook. Thank you guys for all you do with watching and supporting the channel. We literally could not do it without you guys.
Yeah.
We could not. We get a little bit of money from YouTube. Not quite covering our cost yet, but it's getting close.
Getting there.
But
so if you guys don't subscribe and don't follow us on Facebook, we could use $100 too.
Ooh. But we won't make you.
No.
Thank you. Have the carburetor off and got all that crap down in there, full of crud. So the good news is the float will float and the needle should seat. And yeah, we got this freed up, so the secondary is open now. That's really nice. Now we're just going to clean it up. And you know, of course, we don't have a gasket or anything with us, so we're careful of taking this one apart. Doesn't look too bad. So we're going to clean this up and stick her back together. Of course, the throttle pump's not going to work at all. But hey, who needs a throttle pump? I mean, it might be nice, but who needs it?
Yeah.
You don't have a mic on.
Yeah.
We got updates. Wow. Updates are here. It's much cooler now. Well, I mean, it's still like 90 degrees, but
yeah, not 104.
It's not so hot. Mm-hmm. And we're in the shade now. So we ended up putting the quadra junk back on, and we have that most of the way hooked up. Of course, you know, choke's not hooked up because we decided not to. So we're gonna zip tie that open and then go from there. Everything's cleaned out and working properly inside. Mm-hmm. Huge news though, huge news. The rear wheels turn.
Yeah, check this out. Is that still jacked up back there?
Yep.
So right now, we have actually very good movement.
Yes, which is amazing they're not locked up. Watch this.
Push the e-brake down. A little bit. I know how to push real hard.
Oh yeah, look at that. We've got brakes.
That's a
These
miracle.
rear ones. That's amazing. Absolutely love it. And they do release, we tried it.
Yeah.
So I am just tickled pink with the brakes. Because the thing of the master cylinder and everything's no good. We gotta jack the front up yet, see if the front wheels turn. But yeah, we're making progress. Making progress. And then found out that this exhaust here is not for this car. So we're gonna see if we can rig that in somehow, some way. Get that exhaust back from there on over. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work.
The lug nuts are barely on because it's too.
Okay, well, we'll be pulling that off to see what's going on.
Well, you can see what's going on. The problem is we have multiple problems. You can see here we have metal shavings yet from where it probably tried to mill it down. The main hub is bigger than the rim hub center, so he had tried to grind it down, got it partial the way on. Now it's still tight in there, but we're hitting the rim on the drum rotor. The drum is literally hitting right here, but it's hitting here, and if we turn it, we have about a quarter-inch gap on this side.
Okay, so we gotta see if we can get it on there a little better.
A little bit better. So I'll probably work at that.
Yeah. While I continue with the carburetor.
A few moments later.
Ben's been working out the wheel. How's that? That's doable. I mean, it's a little wonky, but not bad.
Ignore this.
Had to grind it. Oh, yeah. Had to do some fabricating in there. Okay. Well, one down, one to go. Hopefully the front ones aren't like that.
You want me to send this lug nut on there and steal one from the other? I'd probably still steal one from the other side.
Okay.
That's just, it should have one more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And I put all the spark plugs out. It was actually firing on all but one cylinder, which is strange because it was running terrible. So maybe that'll clean up. But at least they were all hitting, except for one. But yeah, we're good, gonna get there. So we're working on getting coolant in it, and we're missing a piece of heater hose. So I mean, TR heater hose. Robbed from Peter back there. The heater core.
We're not paying him back either.
Nope, we're just robbing him and putting it up here. And then we'll do the same thing back there, put a spark plug in it, and we're good to go. The only other issue we had, could have put the fan back in, and either it's not the right fan, or not the right shroud, or the motor has sagged that so hard where, well, the fan was, I don't know, there was extra fan shroud that needed to leave, so we just eliminated the whole shroud instead of trying to cut it. And so we can probably put motor mounts in it eventually, if we get that far, so we can lift the motor back up so we can get the fan shroud in. Because right now, it was not working. Here's what happened. We decided to cut the ignition switch off with a Sawzall instead of drilling it out, you know. This is all shavings from before. And it turns. Now, I don't know if it's going to work. We haven't tried it.
Right, yeah. Right there. It's not supposed to be that short. We cut it off with a Sawzall. Yeah, we're going to try it out, see if she starts or cranks.
Or at least turns key on. Got no power in anywhere yet, but it cranks.
It does crank.
And it sounds like it's wanting to give it some,
yeah,
we don't have any fuel pump hooked up, but.
Ooh, big explosions.
But you know what? I can crank it from in here.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's huge. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna start this thing up.
Yeah. We got reverse. We got gears. Or at least a gear. That's amazing.
Okay, we gotta let that sit for a little bit. It's about dark.
Yeah.
And we are at the point where we have no lights. Like we did wire rig guard ignition switch in there, so we can crank it and start it from the outside. That exhaust on the passenger side is simply non-existent yet. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start it again to see if it's charging, and then clean up and come back here and try to get it going in the morning. So we'll see what happens here with the charging. All right.
Well, it's not starting currently, but we know she runs.
And the battery's getting weak and all that.
We're getting weak.
Yeah, we're getting weak.
Yep.
So we're gonna clean up and pack it on in.
Yep.
72 hours later.
Good morning. We're back. Ben's not here. It's actually a few days later. Ben had to work. My son Ben had to work, so my son Arthur came along this time to get this car running and driving today, hopefully, from this spot. We heard it run for a little bit the other day. Not long, a little bit.
And then you promptly couldn't get it started again.
Then we couldn't get it started again. Timing's off. You can hear it when you're cranking
promising.
it. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll get it going. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. So hopefully not on a scale of 1 to 72. This thing won't be really rigged. It'll just be maybe a
Slightly
64.
rigged.
We'll see. Not
Hey.
68.
Yeah,
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get started.
definitely.
Oh,
Ooh.
plan.
Oh.
Okay,
good
our plan. The plan. We have no exhaust, and we have no floor, and the windows don't go down. Those are all really bad combinations.
So we should definitely, well, we're gonna need to get the windows down anyway, because
Yes.
flipping hot again today.
Yeah, it's hot.
And it looks like the clouds are disappearing.
Yeah. Oh.
Shucks.
So we
So-
gotta get the windows down. We gotta get some
Yes.
exhaust to exit the cab. There's some random exhaust
Yes.
laying on the ground over there that doesn't belong to this car, but we can use it. So we're gonna see if we can weld some stuff together. We did bring a welder along and a grinder. If you've got a welder and a grinder, you can make anything work, right?
We have flex pipe too.
And some flex pipe.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
got to get the exhaust exiting the cab. I have to get this timing fixed, straightened out. The keeper hold down for the distributor we found that is laying here. It was out, but the distributor is tight. It does not turn. So I have to figure out how to get that thing to turn, adjust it. And then we have to get some brakes. We have a parking brake on the back, but we have no front brakes right now. I did bring a master cylinder from a Chrysler New Yorker.
So it should definitely go
Should
on.
pull it right up. No, it won't. We're gonna have to do some rigging on that and see if we can get these front disc rotors to work. Let me know in the comments. This thing, from what I understand, did not come through with front disc brakes. It came through, from what I understand, with drum. This car was only driven for 10 years before it was parked in 1978. And it has front disc brakes. So did he do a conversion? That's kind of what it seems like.
Or could he have ordered them custom?
Or yeah, could you order them with front disc? I couldn't really find a lot of information. I know there's gonna be loads of different comments both directions and I still won't know. But hey, let me know.
Yeah.
You can start cleaning out the interior. There's a vacuum over there. See if we can get the thing a little more presentable to lay inside because we got to get some electronics working in there. We got Arthur working. Look at that, detailing.
It's pretty dirty.
It's getting better in there. And I did get the distributor to turn a little bit. Not a lot. I don't think I need a lot. Doesn't turn real easy. Well, there's all loose on there, but we're able to get a pry bar down here and pliers and actually get it to turn a little bit. Retarded it just smidgen. So hopefully that'll be enough. I think it's too advanced. All right, we're gonna see if it fires up. It's time. Got everything hooked up properly, the right way.
Absolutely.
That's promising. I gotta turn my idle up a little.
So that distributor
Made a huge difference.
That was a huge, huge difference.
It's still missing on most of the cylinders. Let's see if I can turn I gotta get it idling a little bit so that I can start seeing which cylinders are misfiring. I'm gonna crank.
Well, we just fired her up again. We got it running. The distributor made, Dad got to turn, I guess, and made a huge difference.
Yeah, it actually starts.
It actually starts, and Dad just needs to adjust his idle now.
Yeah, because it's only running on, I don't know, 4 cylinders maybe. So I gotta figure out which ones aren't firing. Maybe they'll come back around. I just wanna turn my idle up a little bit, see if I can keep it idling and let it circulate for a little bit. Maybe some of those cylinders will come back to life. Maybe, hopefully.
Hopefully all of them do.
Yeah, I gotta somehow figure out if there's oil pressure. I mean, I don't hear any major clacking, but it's really hard to tell, you know, over the top of everything else, all the rest of the noise. I can't see down the valve cover, see if any oil's coming anywhere, and there's no gauges working inside at all. And of course, this doesn't have a gauge, it's got an idiot light anyway. So somehow I have to figure out if there's oil pressure.
All right, checking for oil pressure. I guess there's a hole that I have to look at to make sure something comes out of. That sounds delightful.
Pull the oil pressure sending unit out right here, and we're gonna see if that little hole, it's gonna soak you if it's good oil pressure.
Yeah, I'll be back here.
I guess I wouldn't have to have it actually start Could just crank
Ew.
it, but hey, what fun is that?
Whoa, yeah, whoa, hey,
Hi. What?
hey! Oh my goodness, we got a mess. Oh, Lord have mercy, we got a mess. You got good oil pressure.
Hey, we got oil pressure. Yeah.
I feel like there was a better way to check that.
There absolutely was, like not start it, just crank it. However, that oil looks nasty, and now everything's well lubricated.
Oh boy.
Yes, I know most people would not have done it that way. I am not most people, at least confirmed.
And this is where all the hate comments will start to roll.
That oil is bad. We got to get the oil out of there.
Well, that's why we got stuff for an oil change.
Yep, we do.
But we do have very, very good oil pressure. That's not a problem. Well, now that we have the top of the engine oily mess, gonna check, make sure the alternator's charging. They were gonna do that the other night when they were here. Then they couldn't get the car started, so.
Yeah, it's because
We are gonna try to do that this time.
the timing was so far off.
So we want a good, 12 volts coming out of there?
No, we got 12.6 right now. We got to have higher than that. So at least, I'd like at least 13.6.
Okay.
But, I mean, I'll do with 13.4.
Well, we're gonna aim for 14.
That would be pretty good. But 13.6 says it's charging. What do we got?
13.1.
Okay, that's better than not charging. It may come around. It may come around.
13.1, 13.2, depending on how you revved it.
Okay, well, we're gonna assume that it's charging. It's 12.7. It's definitely on the weak side. Definitely on the weak
We'll run it till it goes out and we break down, and then we'll stick the other one on. Nice thing is, that doesn't look like a horrible, horrible rigging situation.
No. Yeah, we went all out. We, we knew we had to get parts for this thing. And
So we were big spenders.
Big spenders. We got a new radiator cap, Amazon, $4. Got 2 pieces of flex pipe for $20, like total, and 2 exhaust clamps. That's all we brought with us.
That was really all the parts we needed to get this thing.
I mean, other than brakes and spark plugs and wires and all that stuff. But hey,
Yeah, boy.
that's what we brought because that's what we do. We do minimalistic. We have this minimalistic lifestyle, except for we collect old cars.
Which,
Well, not
hey,
how
it
it
works, because, yeah, old cars are cheap, you know?
Well, and they're fun. And boy, am I looking forward to driving this car.
Yeah.
Like, majorly looking forward. I love the
Who
styling.
has the money to actually spend a whole $10,000 on a muscle car? I know I'm shooting low there, folks, but that's high
That
for
would be
us.
a really expensive muscle
That's
car.
a really expensive muscle car. Forget that.
I haven't spent $10,000 on a single vehicle I've ever owned in my entire life, and I've owned 100, maybe.
That's because he drives stuff like that.
Hey,
That's about as good as you can get, though.
that was amazing. That's an
Plus,
extra.
that has a dump bed on it, so that's even better.
And it runs.
And it, most of the time.
Hey,
Anyway, I'm not sure what we're talking about. So now what's the next step? We've got a little bit of chargy, like half a volt at the best. And now we gotta change oil
And rig
we gotta
exhaust on.
And brakes.
yes.
Guess I'll do the easy thing and finish cleaning out the car. Oh, and a very serious business we gotta take care of. Gotta put that piece of trim back on. That's just hanging around.
You know what I really wish we would have done?
What?
I wish we would have disconnected the spark plug or the coil before we cranked this engine over. And I know. I chose to do it this way. I knew it was gonna make a mess. Now I'm regretting my decision.
Yeah,
Because now I gotta get all this oil sopped up.
yeah, it's a lot. That's what I was saying.
It's braided
It
everywhere.
was coming out of there in large amounts. Like I'm saying.
It's a rust inhibitor. And it inhibited the inside of the motor too with extras.
Yeah. Probably even got some down the radiator, but hey.
I hope not. So Art, they're still cleaning it out. It's looking a lot better. But I did find the transmission tag. Well, that's difficult for you to see, but that transmission tag says OJ. I guess kind of like the Simpson guy. Can you see it with a flashlight better?
He's dead
There
now.
we go. OJ. Okay, that means it is a standard transmission. This is not the W34 package. So this would be
A standard custom.
Standard custom package. It's not the basic because it does have some power options, a lot of them actually. but it is not the W34 package. So this particular engine is 375 horse, 510 pound-feet of torque, which is still impressive. It's just not the
400.
W34 with a 400 foot-pounds torque. So, question answered.
Well, one thing I just thought of, I was going to go finish cleaning out this car. We are in luxury. We've got a mirror on this side and a rear view mirror. I'm not sure. Rear view mirror.
This one here is even attached. Why are
I just saw that too.
the mirror adjuster wires are coming up through the window?
Okay. Anyway, that's a luxury for us. Usually we have zero mirrors, and we're like looking behind us, so holding up our phone with a selfie camera to see. Anyway, not fun. It is starting to look a lot better in here.
Here we go. What kind of oil do we have?
Okay, let's see what she looks like.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Ooh. I mean,
I guess we've seen worse.
I've definitely seen better. It's like full of fuel. Nasty. Gray. Really gray. Very runny. Look at the floor down there. See the floor back there?
Oh.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do some elimination.
Oh, and that's carpet right there.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, so if you can't see, that is carpet. That is floor.
Used to be floor. We're gonna have to eliminate some of that before we take off.
Oh my goodness, that's bad. Not sure I'm pointing the camera out there, but braking things.
A front axle on a 68. Look at that. Look at that axle. That's crazy. Like a half shaft assembly.
Oh.
It's front wheel drive.
Okay.
The transfer case comes up, or the differential comes up through the oil pan here, right in front of it. This is not an oil pan we'd be pulling down alongside the road, folks.
No.
The jury's still out for me on whether a front wheel drive is all right in an old car.
The jury was never out for me. It's just not, because you can't do burnouts.
Oh, you can do burnouts. It just look dumb.
No, exactly. So the jury was never out to begin with.
That's out for me because
It was a very...
it's front wheel drive.
Ooh, I'm finding parts. What?
That's oil filter wrench.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it there earlier.
Oh, you said there was a brand new oil filter on this?
No, yes, there is.
Dad says he has something special for the viewers.
Yep. We're dumping oil in, and there's a very specific reason. You know, Vice Grip Garage, Derek always has a very specific reason that he chooses the oil he chooses, and I have a very specific reason. It was cheapest stuff Walmart had.
That's the only reason.
It's not synthetic. I know Derek from Vice Grip always says it has vitamins and minerals in it. Well, mainly zinc. This one,
Oh, so you're saying
it says formulated for vehicles of any mileage. It's not
I
synthetic.
bet you if you looked on, I was gonna say if you looked on the ingredient list on the back, but then I remembered, oh yeah, oil probably wouldn't have an ingredient list.
Oh, I spilled a little.
I wonder what the serving size on oil would be.
5 quarts for this one. Well, we're assuming 5 quarts. I don't know how much it's actually going to take. We'll find out.
True. And we do things on a budget here. Realistic. Because realistically, most days, or most times today, people are broke.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, hey, we paid $500 for the Spitfire. Traded it straight up. Now, we put a lot of time into getting it back. Improved it tremendously. Traded it straight up for this car.
which we really like. So.
Actually, I do like this car a lot.
Yeah, I think we said that several times, so we'll keep saying it. Mm-hmm. Now what?
Start it back up and let her run for a little bit.
Oh yeah, forgot about the starting it back up part.
Let her eat on some minerals.
Some better minerals.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can get some spark to come back around. These 3 cylinders over here still are not doing anything. This one here with this oddball spark plug wire on it actually is jumping an arc across really good. So that's great spark, but not firing. So that's not a great sign. We're gonna see what's going on there, if it's compression or if it's a bad spark plug. I had it out earlier, it looked okay. These 2 cylinders here, the spark, you have to get it like super close in order for it to jump across. So these are bad spark plug wires. I'll see if it's compression. I mean, if it's just 1 cylinder down, that's not that big of a deal.
Right.
But we got 3 down.
Yeah, that's significant. All right, so we're just going here to start the car. I touched the back of this ignition switch and I was like, yow, that's hot. And I don't think ignition switches are supposed to be hot. Plus, it vapes once in a while because there's a poof of smoke. Should probably do something with that. Well, in the process of messing with the ignition switch, we did discover that we do have great compression. So that's good.
Yeah, in that cylinder.
In that cylinder, yeah.
I mean, great as in my finger tested it. You know, I stuck my
And
finger
it went
down
poof,
in there.
poof, poof.
And then when Arthur cranked it, I had probably 130 pounds of compression.
Yeah, your finger was able to
my
tell that?
Fingerometer.
Dad looks like he's about ready to jump something across.
Well, but
Or
I
eliminate
found a plug
something.
wire on the ground that's,
That's been eliminated already?
yeah,
That looks so healthy.
I'm assuming. I mean, that's not right, but it should at least run better.
Well, we are attempting to get this side of the engine sparking better. Dad's not convinced to do the spark plug wires.
No, because I put a different one on that was sparking good in one spot, and then it's not sparking good in another spot. It's just barely jumping the gap. So it's probably in the cap.
Yeah.
Problem is, can't find a cap. Can order them online. Hard to find.
Yeah.
So we're gonna close the gap up in these spark plugs because we are getting spark, but it's jumping a really small gap, and I don't think it's quite enough spark to jump that gap.
Looks like the professional way to fix the gap.
It's professional gapperage. It's a little tight.
Yeah, a little. Looks like it's against.
It's not against.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Here you go. You want to crank the engine? I just want to see
Yeah, here's the camera.
if it has sparky warky. Okay. I don't know if you can see it on there, but it is jumping the gap.
We got a leak.
Yeah, our water pump is leaking. No surprise.
Major, well, I guess major leak would be that the water pump was not existing and it was just spraying it as fast as it came in, but it's going to drip, 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 drippity,
Yeah.
drip, drip, drip.
It's not happy about life, which I'm not too terrible surprised. Hopefully it holds in there a little bit. We'll see.
Could you put some stop leak in the radiator and then set it through, see what happens?
Not for a, I mean, you could try, but for a weep hole, I hate stop leak anyway, but for a weep hole in a water pump, the chances of it actually sealing anything is it's
Why
in a
can't you
moving
just-
part in there.
Oh, I see what you mean by weep hole. By
Yeah.
weep hole, I thought you just meant a hole on the bottom that would just, that, you know, the water pump could weep out.
Oh
and
no,
need to
it's where it's supposed to leak at
release
the bottom
some emotional distress.
if the seals leak inside of the water pump, and they are.
So it needs a new water pump.
Yeah, but they're $100. Ain't
Which
nobody
the-
got that kind of cash.
Exactly. Well, apparently we do because we're giving away $100.
If there's people who actually do this. If not, we keep it.
Yeah, and we can buy a water pump.
Yeah, true. Yeah, in order to get the $100, remember, August 1st, as Ben said. First, go ahead and subscribe, and then
Click on the link in the description for
The Facebook.
the Facebook.
it'll be great. We'll choose it off to Facebook, and it's going to be an electronic gift card. Send it directly to you, no matter where you're at in the world.
Yeah, that'll be handy.
It's definitely starting to run better. I think the rest of it will come around. It's drivable the way it is. You step on it, actually, it sounds like it's running at least 9 cylinders, even though it has 8. Anyway, no, it's at least it's run at least 7 most of the time, and then it kicks out. One of these spark plugs back here isn't all the time. Actually, the back one. It's the back one yet.
Oh.
It tells me it's a compression issue in that one. It comes and goes. Couple of good news things.
Good news things, okay.
Our water pump stopped leaking. There's a little bit of pressure in there.
Oh.
And it's not leaking.
How
Anyway.
does it heal? Maybe the seals started sealing? We don't know, but we'll take it.
Anyway, we followed the fuel line back through, and where it goes back through the frame rail, it's all rotted through a bunch of holes. So even if the fuel tank is good, we'd have to run a whole new line, which we don't have enough of. So we're gonna fish it on into the cab and run out a 5-gallon can.
That'd be a lot of 5-gallon cans on the way home.
Well, we have 2.
Okay. That'd be good for 80 miles.
What do we have? 150 miles to go home? Something like that?
Which is a lot better than 1,200, but
Yeah, but if you remember our last video, the Missouri one with that Spitfire,
still, it got a lot better than 8 miles a gallon.
well, true. But the first 50 miles took
True.
us 6 hours to do. So that was all of its work.
So we're gonna hope this thing does better, because see, this is an American-made
American.
muscle,
Well,
and
it's luxury. High power luxury.
That Spitfire is English, so you know,
British.
British.
The Brits
I mean,
made
the
it.
Brits were good at a lot of things, but not building cars,
They weren't.
and not keeping 13 colonies in check from revolting. So, you know, not really sure. It was 4th of July the other day, so still fresh in our minds. Not really sure what I'm talking about here.
Practically the same.
Working on brakes. That's the old master cylinder. That's the new one.
Wow, this is for a New Yorker. We knew it.
That's not at all for the right car.
63 New Yorker.
So somehow we got to make that work where that one wasn't working.
Either that or get this one working.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did a little bit of fabrication on the master cylinder, and I hopped in, tried the brake pedal, and it's still locked up with nothing on it. So the problem is not in the master cylinder, and Dad just checked, and that master cylinder,
It pushed in fine, squirted my pant leg with dirty brake fluid.
it works fine.
We got to see if we can get the brake booster free up.
Yeah. So, hey, at least we found it out now before we did too much more work on that. But yeah, we don't need a master cylinder, or putting the master cylinder back on. The brake pedal still does not come back up of its own accord, and you have to help it really. You have to really help it. So we're hoping once we have some vacuum hooked up that'll help that problem. But right now, I'm gonna try to bleed these brakes up, and please, Lord, let these calipers be working. That's what we're hoping for right now.
46 years of not moving.
46 years, that does, yeah. Well, in the process of bleeding up the brakes, we discovered that we had kind of destroyed a brake line with all our yoking around on that master cylinder. So we're putting a new brake line on. All right, updates. Adding a little bit of transmission fluid because it was quite low, and transmission was telling us it was low.
Slippy, slippy.
Slippy, slippy. But it moved over here from the other side of the truck, moved over here under its own power. Brakes are the way they are.
We have a parking brake.
We do, and the brakes do something.
And the brake pedal, I mean, we don't have power brakes right now, so I'm sure that's not helping. So we're gonna try to fix that. Because you gotta push really hard.
Yeah,
And then it'll go down.
you do. And then it doesn't come back up.
Yeah, then you gotta reach down there with your hand and pull it back up. But actually the parking brake works really well.
Oh, okay.
Like exceptionally well.
Oh, I did notice that there was a brake light working on the back. Dad says he's just gonna stick a pipe on the exhaust and get it out a little bit. That way it's at least something.
We gotta get out from under the car.
That would be helpful.
We're not gonna try to hook a muffler up or anything, just get it out.
Yep.
Oh, this muffler's probably still dragging. And the big mouse nest coming out of it.
Oh, nice.
It's not really dragging, but it's not happy about life.
Certainly not happy. That should probably be eliminated.
Well, it is hooked up
Oh, it is.
to this side.
Oh. So this thing had two mufflers? Or one, and they both ran into
I think
this
they
one?
both ran into this one.
Just for your viewing pleasure, folks, and for Dad's viewing pleasure as well, I did find the other one of these lights, the reverse lights.
Oh.
Sitting in the back,
Nice.
buried under a mouse nest.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to
Found it.
polish that.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. We just went to Burger King and got some lunch.
I feel much better.
Feeling much better. We were getting hungry.
Yeah, it's
Which-
not as hot today though, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah, we actually got hungry for once. It was weird. Yeah, pretty beautiful weather.
Beautiful.
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 Yeah. Let's see. What was I going to say?
Vacuum is excessive on this car, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I found some very, very nice diagrams for this car, so that's nice. Vacuum diagram.
And because they're plentiful.
This vacuum is plentiful. Let's just say the carpets will be clean anywhere this goes, 'cause
Wow.
that's what a vacuum is, right?
Wrong vacuum.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, we got exhaust to fix. We've got working-ish brakes. The owner, or the guy who bought this car from, actually gave us. He stole a part off one of his other cars sitting here, and gave us that.
It's a replacement. We put it on here, so we fixed a vacuum boost.
Yep.
Which
So-
actually works.
Yeah, so that was super nice of him. Another super nice guy who letting us work on it
Absolutely.
as it sits. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are really, really struggling with getting these windows down. I think our last option is taking the glass out.
Yeah, the window regulator, the motor's off, but the window regulator is seized up solid. These doors is neat because I dropped the socket in here and it dropped right out the bottom of the door.
Oh, nice.
So the doors are
Delicious.
shot.
That's tremendous.
A few moments later.
Well, we got one window down
Kind of.
to this. That much. That much.
Motor was locked up solid, regulator was locked up solid.
I mean, everything in that door was so seized. It was all become one flesh. Biggest project of this car yet. We got both the windows down.
That's a pain. Window regulators, window motors, everything completely locked up. So I had to take the window regulators out of the track and slide the motor or the window down, which still didn't want to go.
I mean,
Oh well, it's down.
they are locked up. Well, it's getting towards evening now. I think it's about 5:15, 5:30.
Whew, we got to get going soon.
Yeah. Hey, we don't want to leave right now. Traffic will be horrendous.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Dad really wants to get back before dark so he doesn't have to figure out the headlights.
Yes.
I think that's a lofty goal. Lofty. We're pushing dark if everything runs perfectly and you move and you don't stop for it. No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. We've got a couple updates. We got exhaust.
Which I got to cut off yet.
Yeah, well, I say just leave it long. Chrome. Do that on both sides. That'll look amazing. Anyway, not really, but we got a temp gauge, which is professionally mounted, otherwise known as a temporary temp gauge. See, that's why it's called a temp gauge, because it's temporary.
It's only power going to that.
Getting this last remaining brake light working.
Got power going to it.
Yeah, I'm saying. I guarantee you, I probably diagnosed this without even checking any of the problems. You just watch, it'll be 2 bulbs. You just
2 screws right here and here.
Yeah.
Pull that thing out.
I still really like these. I still really like that. I just like it. It would seem that my diagnosis was at least halfway correct. We're missing bulbs. We got one, and that one's burnt out.
So we're gonna steal one from over there and put it in over here.
All right, and we are about ready to head on out. Dad's just making sure all these tires are tight, or the lug nuts on the tires are tight. And I think we're ready to send her home. Let us know in the comments before you keep watching. Do you think we'll actually make it home? And if not, how many breakdowns and so on and so forth. I don't think we're gonna make it home before dark. So we'll probably be doing some rigging on some headlights, but we do have brake lights, turn signals. And yeah, again, the biggest project was getting those windows down. I think was the biggest project. That was a pain. And we do have a fire extinguisher, just in case. We have our clicky clack just directly run into the 5-gallon can, which was not too impressive. We used a lot of fuel just in the running that we did. So you figure, I mean, the absolute best we'll be getting is 8 miles a gallon. We'll be stopping a lot. Sitting for 46 years. Headed for home. Let her rip. Made a mile down the road, and we got, well, it's better now. You were leaking. There were stuff going out from underneath the engine. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, the temperature's climbing. It's got issues.
Yes. Oh yeah. Delightful.
Let it cool down so we can dump some more water in it. I think we're just low on water.
Oh. And we also discovered we have a major radiator leak. Yeah, just a slight leak. So we'll be stopping for some stop leak. Yeah. We're just trying to limp it to this AutoZone. It is overheating, I can tell. At least I guess it's overheating. But it is running like dog dookie. Poor Dad. He's just trying to fight through the traffic here to try to get it into that AutoZone right there. I don't think you can tell in the video, but we're just sitting here rolling steam. Roll. Oh, he stalled it. He stalled it. He stalled it. Worst place to stall it. Worst place to stall it. Well, how's that, Dad? I was sitting there, I was like, I know that thing's getting hot, and these lights are stupid long down here.
Long. I hate the stuff, but we just dumped some stop leak in.
We say we hate it, we hate it. All the time.
Anyway, we gotta get that radiator and water pump. I don't think this is gonna stop the water pump from leaking. The water radiator's leaking pretty good. The vacuum modulator line, the steel line, this line here going down to the transmission, has a hole in it somewhere. So we've got some vacuum hose. I'm gonna stick that on, hopefully it shifts. It is modulator because if I rev it far enough, I can actually get second. But yeah, that's miserable, especially when the car's not running good.
I was dumped all the stop leak in, dumped water in, and it literally goes out as fast as it goes in. So the radiator has a major leak. So I'm gonna take that shroud off and tilt it back, see if we can repair. Yeah, I found the leak.
It's pretty major.
That's a major leak.
Right there, split the radiator right out.
Doing some repairs. We got quick JB Weld, try to fix that radiator. I don't know. I was looking at their stock online, and yeah, they have some radiators that we could probably rig in here. Problem is their inlets are way too small. Dad's looping some transmission cooler lines together. Ooh, there went all the sealing.
Yep.
Sorry, AutoZone. Although I was looking around at their parking lot, they got stains everywhere in this parking lot because it's an AutoZone. That's what we're working on. We are approximately 5 minutes drive from where we started. So we are right on schedule for the first 50 miles, taking 6 hours.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Oh man, and she's leaky.
Nice.
So I'll keep you updated fixing this radiator the professional way with JB Quick, not JB Weld, JB Quick.
We'll see.
The issue is, yes, it does set in 6 minutes, but dries in 4 to 6 hours. I mean, come on. Who has time for that?
Not us.
Later.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bite the bullet.
It's getting dark soon. I'm gonna say
We need headlights.
we need headlights.
So while that cures, we're gonna put some headlights in. Or no,
No.
it has headlights. We're
see
gonna
what
get the headlights working.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We need headlights.
It'd be nice if they worked.
It would be. Dad, what'd you find?
Well, after I jumped these across to the high beams, because the low beam bulbs are both burnt out.
They did turn on, by the way, after, yeah.
Yeah, well, see, it was unplugged, just like that.
We were jumping and we were like, why aren't they still turning on?
That was
I want them plugged in.
And then I plugged it in, and we got high beams. That's amazing.
That's great. Hey, we got headlights. All right, now hopefully that radiator will hold.
Does this just go on and off with my headlight switch? If I can find it.
Oh yeah. That wasn't too hard.
No, got lights.
That is the issue.
Well, I mean,
Oh, well that's not too bad.
it's not amazing.
But it will be amazing because the heat off the engine will cook it and it'll turn to steel and it will not leak.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We have the radiator in. We have it full and it doesn't appear to be leaking, so we're gonna send it. Dad is helping his second random stranger with diagnostic problems on their car and
Let me wiggle it.
yeah, second stranger.
Okay, try it again.
That's what happens when a mechanic works in an AutoZone parking lot. Headed out once again.
Gonna try this back on the road again thing. Temperature so far is holding good. Car's running like dookie. Got no interior lights, but we have headlights. We're good, and brake lights and turn signals.
Well, folks, we're stopped once again. She is leaking like a sieve. Dad's trying to fight to get the hood open. Yeah, I was behind Dad and I was like, oh, he is leaving a trail. All right, we think we just simply did not have the radiator full enough so it wasn't circulating correctly. Because it's running now, we have 0 leaks. Wow. Yeah, nothing like it was. Significantly better. Well, we're stopped once again.
Yeah.
We think
really having issues with overheating.
Yeah. We think it's ouch. That's hot. We think it's pouring out of the overflow hose. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it is. But why is it pushing it out there? It concerns me that it has a blown head gasket.
Yeah.
That concerns me. I feel like somebody was working at this years ago, but
Before he passed away and died.
Yeah. But I think right now we're gonna let it cool down. We're gonna go to a gas station, fill both our gas cans, and get some more water and see if we can make it a little bit further.
A few moments later.
Could not find any place with water except for this bathroom in a little gas station. So the Indian dude said we could use water. And oh boy. Better than nothing.
Not for us. We have water for us. We just need.
Yeah, well, the car needs water. The car is thirsty. Anyway, we're gonna try to make it up to like a big parking lot or something if we can't make it home. Something to get it off the main drag.
But this is exciting. Hey, if you don't enjoy breaking down on the road, don't do this kind of stuff. You have to enjoy it.
We have 2 grubby mechanics in a random bathroom. Oh, this is tremendous. Actually, not really. Well, we made it back from our bathroom experience, getting water.
That ain't gonna work at all. No. Oh my goodness, what a absolute mess. That's not all water pump, folks. Well, folks, here's the deal. Yeah, the water pump is leaking, but the way it was spitting out of there is building up compression. We got compression gases getting into the radiator. So instead of just whooping the snot out of this car, trying to limp it a couple of miles at a time and ruining the engine, we really do like the car. So I think we're gonna come back with a trailer tomorrow and take it home. So, oh well. Hey, we got it running and driving after 46 years of sitting. We half wonder if there was some issues going on with this thing before it was parked. Being that the thermostat was removed.
Yeah, that thermostat was gone. I don't know if we mentioned that, but it was gone.
Totally out. And the radiator cap was gone, but I just figured that was lost because everything else was taken apart here.
But maybe...
I don't know, maybe he was having issues with it. By the way, it's pushing out the reservoir there. We're not going to be able to get very far with this car.
So what we're saying is we've got ourselves a very, very nice rainy day project.
Yeah.
Actually, about like 20 rainy days. All the stuff this thing needs.
So, anyway, I think we're going to park it here, and I'll come back here tomorrow with the trailer and tow it home. So, hey, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, by the way, we made it like 7... How many miles? I don't think we quite made it 10 miles down the road.
Let me look.
We did make it a few miles.
19.
Huh?
Yep.
We made it 19 miles.
We made it 19 miles.
That's a lot farther than I thought.
Yep. Okay. Well, we didn't get very far, but we got 19 miles in. You know, only 130 to go. Ain't gonna do it. We're gonna kill it. I don't want to do that.
No.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Well, I don't really care if you like it or not. I don't know if that really matters to YouTube. No, but subscribe.
Yes.
That really does help.
Subscribe would be great. We'll catch y'all later. Till next time. Have fun and peace out. We're gonna pack it in and go to bed.
Peace out.
Something like that.